Hey, welcome to the Do Good Work podcast. Today we're going to be doing a short productive profits segment talking about an interesting one-person solo agency that's doing about $1 million a year, and just diving into the ingredients, one of the factors that they're missing, what happens when you miss this factor, and what to do about it. So it's pretty interesting. I'm not going to reveal who they are, but I heard this solo agency owner, they do creative work. I'm not sure who their target market is, but it looks really cool. So they have all the right ingredients. They have a solid offering that have high demand. They productize their service, which means that they give you options pricing. They probably have an onboarding and process and streamlined delivery for each service that you buy. And the guy is doing all the work. Like, this isn't just something that you click, you buy, and it's off the rack. This is custom work. So it's beautiful to see. They have very streamlined sales, which means that I can make a purchasing decision without having to talk to them. And if I do talk to them, it's all asynchronous, meaning I can have a little chat bot, have a conversation, because I know exactly what I'm getting for what price point with the FAQs. It's literally one of the best selling processes that I've seen in a very long time. And he doesn't sell cheap either, which I really love to see. And from listening to him on a podcast, I learned that they have a really solid onboarding process, but I also learned that they lacked one key thing, and I'm going to dive into that one key thing. But because they lacked this, he also had completely overworking, definitely neglecting family, not being able to take vacation or have recovery time, and this can all lead to resentment and hate for the business. Isn't that a paradox? Having a $1 million business that you can hate. And the one key thing is that this leads to an unsustainable situation, because the one key framework that was missing, and one of the key frameworks that I teach in Productive Profits under synchronization, the third stage in Productive Profits, is the minimum level of acceptability. And what the minimum level of acceptability is, and this is a tough concept, especially for talented founders, which he is. He's extremely talented, probably top 1% of his industry. But this, in order to actually get out of the weeds, not overwork, not hate the business, this is important. And this is a suggestion based on, this particular founder. Again, I'm not going to tell them who they are, but essentially, let's dive into the MLA and one suggestion that it can be possible, so that if this founder does want to grow this business potentially to a $3 million business, or keep it at $1 million business and do half the work, you can follow what we're about to share with you. So the MLA, what is the minimum level of acceptability? So what we do here is we need to understand 3 core premises. Is number 1, clients want results. This is obvious. Number 2, clients aren't experts. They're not experts in what you deliver. That's why they're buying from you. Okay. And premise number 3, because they're not experts, they can't tell the difference between your pristine 110% quality versus 85% amazing quality. Okay. So the hinge factor is on that last sentence. Clients can't tell the difference at a certain point between your pristine quality and what is amazing quality. And why is this important? Well, simply because you need to understand what is your minimum level of acceptability for the client to have their needs met and their work fulfilled, like the results that they want. This isn't to say that you need to be lazy and only, let's say your clients accept a 70% amount of quality and you produce 108% amount of quality. This isn't to say that you're going to produce now everything at 70%. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that when you build a team, you will need to understand that you will almost never have your team reach your level of quality overnight, especially if you're the top 1% in your industry, because you are extremely talented. But what I am saying is that you can train your team, you can assess of what kind of quality your team can produce and help them grow in order to reach a higher level of quality, and maybe over time get to a 95% of quality versus your 108% of quality. And doing this, I know some people don't want to train teams. Some people don't want to build teams. Some people don't want to manage teams. That's okay. And I'll dive into that solution in just a bit. But by doing this, you're able to properly create a staircase for growth. I know there's a vanity growth metric out there that everyone wants to grow like a hockey stick growth. Everyone wants to have that exponential growth. But in reality, in my opinion, in my professional opinion, it is the best practice to grow as a staircase. Build stabilize, create the foundation, grow the next phase, stabilize foundation, grow the next phase, stabilize foundation, grow the next phase, because this allows you to then build, optimize, and then grow and scale if you decide to grow and scale. Because one of the options for this solo agency owner is to still stay at $1 million, but work half or even 25% of the time. That is a possibility. So how could you unlock that? By one, assessing the minimum level of acceptability, what your clients want, what that level looks like, train a team to get to that level, and then develop that team to surpass that minimum level of acceptability over time. But let's say you don't want to build a team. There are services out there, or there are types of people that you can hire who are your kinds of people, those who want to build teams for you, those who want to take what you have and make it better, so that you as a creative owner or a solo agency owner or a creative founder or a digital founder can just do your genius work and continue to grow and love and do the work that you love to do. So that is a way of doing that. It's called fractional work, where you can have a fractional operator come in, build the team infrastructure for you, help you hire, help you train, and create habits where we can start training the team to grow over time. So that's just one way that we can solve this puzzle if that founder decides to keep the agency at this level. If the founder doesn't want to grow, that's just one way of growing. So that is our short productive profits segment today. If you found this episode useful, please consider sharing this with someone that you believe might benefit from it. You never know that you may be the catalyst that improves the way that they operate their business and experience life. It's an honor to be a small part of your journey. This is Raul Hernandez. Do good work.